Hi, and welcome to another episode of Business Spotlight with Teresa Strawmeyer with Action Coach Tampa Bay. I'm here with another wonderful business owner here, Michele Krohn. Oh, I hope I said that right, Michelle. Did I say your
Good,
last name right?
good. Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
awesome. So I'm gonna let her come on and just give a introduction of herself and what she's doing in the community. Go ahead, Michelle.
Sure. So I'm Michele Krohn, president of Full Circle PR. We are a public relations and marketing company that specializes solely in medical practices. So we do everything from their PR, get them true, genuine media stories, to boots on the ground marketing, community events, advertising. We do everything we can to grow our clients and get them more patients.
Awesome. So what made you get into this realm of this? So what made you choose the medical field?
So it was actually back in the Morton plant days, which since you're local, you know that hospital. But
Right.
I worked there as one of the first physician liaisons, which back in, oh my gosh, we're going way, way, way back. I won't even say how many years back. But this is before like hospitals even had really thought about marketing that they had to do.
Right.
And I was so lucky to have this gentleman, John Forrest, come down from Mass General, and he asked to have four full-time marketing people for imaging. And that was kind of unheard of at that point in time. And I was lucky enough to be that
Right.
one of those four. And then we just kept growing, and I was recruiting surgeons for the outpatient surgery center. And then I was asking these doctors, can you bring us, more cases? And they said, well, if I had more patients, I could bring more cases. And it was like that light bulb moment. Ding, ding, ding.
Mm,
Let me help them grow. So
right.
that's when I transitioned. Took some time, did little things in between to kind of get a good foundation of, not
Hmm.
getting paid and living off the savings for for a while in the beginning. And then,
Right.
we're going on 17 years in 3 months
Oh my gosh, that's
around.
amazing. And congratulations,
Thank
right?
you.
Because many folks step out there and they're not sure if the business is going to work. And
Yes.
sometimes it's a great idea, but we just don't, like you did, take enough time to kind of sit back and formulate the plan and understand like what it's going to cost you mentally, emotionally, and
Yeah.
monetarily, right?
Yes. Those
Right.
bills
So
still come.
right, they still show up no matter what. So tell me a little bit more about because you're in the medical field and we all went through, the pandemic together. How did things change for you during that time?
It was actually an opportunity that we were able to kind of take a step back. We had some clients that kept marketing like status quo. We just had to figure out how to get, especially to those referring physicians, and reach out to patients and let them know what was going on. Because everyone at that point was so fearful. Nobody knew what was going on.
Right,
And patients still needed medical care, but it was, just nobody, I don't know, it was challenging. They didn't know if they were safe going to the doctor's office and what to do and everything.
right,
So it was a lot of our clients, like we focused on patient education and what the office was doing to help keep them safe, and that you still need to take care of yourself during this
right,
time. And then going to like referring physicians for some of our clients, it was just a different way. We couldn't walk in the door anymore. So we
right,
went
exactly.
old school and hand wrote letters and sent them things, did phone calls, did emails, and every other avenue that we could. So our clients were still top of mind for when their patients needed their service. So,
Right,
and then we were also able to develop new products internally, because one of my big things was I had to take care of the team, and I didn't want to furlough as much as
right,
possible. So it was like, okay, what can we do so we're still working, we're still doing something, and
hmm,
able to develop new products, and that was exciting. So we're all
awesome.
able to still work. Work. We're just working remotely from home.
Right, exactly. So what part of the changes that you made you've continued to do, like continue to implement? Because I know some things kind of went away, but some things kind of stuck around like, oh, that was really good.
Right.
That was really good for business.
Yes. So it's still coming down as much as we're in this digital age. There's still
Mhm.
relationships, and
Oh, absolutely.
especially in healthcare. We're
Hmm.
getting targeted left and right with between social media and just different ads and emails
Right.
and everything. And it still comes down to relationships. And I think that there is kind of that internal part of us that are all craving that relationship, especially with our physicians. Um,
Hmm.
and those physicians, like the specialist and the internal medicine or the family practice or whoever that other physician is, that connection between them is very
Hmm.
important because they're
Right.
together taking care of us. So
Gotcha.
making sure that like that relationship still exists. So if a doctor has to refer to a specialist, they know that specialist. They know who they are and they're comfortable sending their patients to them. So I think that
Exactly.
there's still something to be said about keeping those relationships and not just focused. Digital is important, don't get me wrong, but
Right.
not 100%.
Absolutely. I always say old school still works.
Yes, yes, yes.
It still works. So for those who may be watching, some of them may be physicians. Can you kind of walk us through the process for someone who wants your services? Like, how would you determine like what they need, and how would you take them through the process?
Oh, we have a whole questionnaire. It's a complimentary consultation. And
Uh-huh.
we really want to understand what their goals and their needs are. And
Mm-hmm.
then we bring that internal. We talk as a team, the management team, and we come
Mm-hmm.
up with a proposal. And it's usually an option two, sometimes it's three options, but
Mm-hmm.
these this is what it will take for you to reach your goals. And we
Gotcha.
always want to be realistic with the client too. We never want to overpromise and underdeliver to them.
Right. True.
And it's so important to set those expectations from the beginning. You can't say, oh, your practice is going to grow 500% in the next year.
Right.
It's just
Right.
so it's making sure they understand kind of, what that looks like and that it's a marathon. It's not a sprint with growing your
Absolutely.
practice. So that's also important to know.
Okay. So I know when people professionals hear PR, they often think of I need PR when something bad happens. So when I
Mhm.
get a bad review, can you talk to us about, what are the benefits of having a good marketing system, good PR? Just talk a little bit more about that so they understand that they don't wait to come to you after something goes wrong. Okay.
Yes, because that crisis management piece is a lot more expensive after than it is up front. So,
Right.
but it is important because physicians are entrepreneurs as well,
Mm-hmm.
and they're getting into this. They want to grow their business, but they should be focused on taking care of their patients. And then
Right.
even the office manager should be focused on making sure that everything in the office is running efficiently because that affects the bottom line. So they shouldn't be in charge of marketing on top of HR. I mean, I don't know how these office managers do it, to be honest, how many hats they
Yes.
wear.
Right.
And so having a plan, that's their brand, that's their image.
Mm-hmm.
That is the company that they start. And it is having that PR upfront, having that marketing, to help grow. Whether it's a solo practitioner, it's looking to either add another location or bring on another provider and keep growing because that's really where, they want to succeed as well. So
Mm-hmm.
having a good foundation and having that marketing where you're just consistently growing, 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 depending on their goals and their needs. Do they want to have 5 locations in the next 5 years? Great.
Mm-hmm.
Here's our strategy to get you there.
Right.
Um, or we've had physicians that have broken off from big practices that
Mm-hmm.
they don't want another partner or anything. And it is
Right.
how do we get that's their goal. So how do we
Mm-hmm.
get them to the point where they're comfortable, they're busy, but that's what they want.
Gotcha. Understood. Wonderful. So what do you see as the future of your company?
Oh, damn, there's so many good things going on. So we are working on like one of the projects that we did during during the pandemic was it's kind of like Canva, but it's for
Mm.
specialists. So
Oh,
it is like, for example, we have the dermatology one is launched right now. Everything that for patient education, the psoriasis, eczema, um, all the patient education is all
mhm.
right there where they can then just put their logo on it, change their brand colors on it, but the content's there. Social
Wow.
media post, when's eczema awareness month? Put the logo on there. It looks like you have a graphic designer like right there in your practice. So
That's
all the social
amazing.
media posts are done, all of the content for any sort of patient education, um, educational material for referring practices. Oh gosh, let's see. We have a lot of the how-tos like how to gain more reviews, how to do Google My Business and the changes
Mhm.
there. And it is something that way, because people are expensive, we know that.
Mhm. Yeah.
So, we get clients or potential clients that come to us like it's just my budget. And it's like, well, but we want to be able to help them. So
Right.
that's why we developed this where here is a package for you and everything is there. And you put your logo on, like I said, you change those colors, you make it your brand, you put your physician's um,
Right.
on there. And all this is click, 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 send to the printer. And now it looks like you had a whole graphic design team and marketing team on your staff.
I absolutely love that because one of the things we teach as a coaching firm here is when you are offering products or services, give it a make sure you have at least three choices.
Mm-hmm.
Like one in the like intermediate, do it yourself, not going to
Mm-hmm.
cost you as much money, but it will cost you more time, right?
Right.
Then
Yep.
that middle, that sweet area that's like kind of in between. And then it's that high end where we're going to do all of it for you or something to that effect. So I love that you have something that, that reaches all levels of businesses because, business owners, they want to succeed, but sometimes money is a factor. So it's, we miss a lot of folks when we don't offer those smaller packages.
Yeah. Yeah. And this is,
Wonderful.
and thank you for saying that. It's a small package, but a little bit more time, um,
Mhm.
and less money for them for, getting started until they're ready to have, a full team out there
Right.
marketing them. Um,
Exactly.
and then we developed another one called Quick Patient, where it's a QR code check-in. And it works with what's great about it is you have your whole family on the app and it
Mhm.
says everything. So I have my entire family on. So when my husband and I go on vacation, my mom, I just scan her QR code and put the kids' information in case, God forbid something happens and she has to take them to the doctor.
Friends, you just made me sit up in my chair.
Yes, it is very, very exciting. And it's something that you have as a family. And like, let's say my husband is not going to fill out all that information.
Right.
In the comfort of my home, in my bathrobe. And then I grabbed his phone, scanned it, and all of us are in his phone now.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. I love
So yeah.
that.
Yes. So that's the other venture called Quick Patient. And then
Okay.
it's great because it's universal and it works with any cloud-based EMR system.
Nice. That is brilliant. I love it.
Well, thank
Glad
you.
I asked that question.
Yes, me too.
Well, I appreciate you being on. Is there anything that you want to close with or any advice you want to give someone who's because you've been doing this for a long time? Any advice that you would give any other business owner?
Oh, it's kind of that old saying, you don't have to see the whole staircase, you just have to take that first step. And you just keep taking those first steps over and over and
Absolutely.
over again. And you end up climbing that staircase. And then you look behind you, you're like, oh, yeah, all right, let's keep going.
Love it. I love it. So thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you. I know a lot of people are going to get great value out of this. So appreciate your time. And guys, thank you for watching again. Make sure you share this. You go and follow Michelle Krohn. She's on LinkedIn and other. Oh, I didn't ask you to say your own website.
Oh, it is fullcircle-pr.com.
Awesome. So make sure you check her out. There will be notes in the and there'll be notes in the notes section of this video. So make sure that you are following up with her. All right, you guys, thank you so much for your time and you have a great, wonderful day.
Thank you for having me.